I'm gonna give you guys 5 reasons why you should be watching anime if you are Black, African American descent, descendant of a slave. You live in America, you're Black, you should be watching anime, and I will explain. But yeah, 5 reasons, so stick tuned for those. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Autumn, and I am back with another video where I talk about whatever I want to hear. No, I'm just kidding. Where I talk about things that interest me, and today we are talking about anime, of course, because what else is there to talk about? I wanted to get the record straight about what anime is, but even more importantly, I wanted to let everyone know that, like, if you're Black, you should be watching anime right now. And let me explain why. I'll explain why. So I guess first we should probably Google as a whole, because Google is a thing, what anime is, right? So I got a lot of people, like older people, like my mom, cousins, like that are much older, that don't know what anime is, and they think, oh, it's just cartoons. No, baby. These are not cartoons. These are not for children. Well, some of them are for kids, but I would not recommend watching anime like at the age of like 3. Like, some topics are a little too grown for them undeveloped frontal lobes to understand. According to Google, anime is a style of Japanese film and television animation, typically aimed at adults as well as children. So when you have people that say like, oh yeah, anime is just cartoons, or oh, why do you watch those cartoons? They're not cartoons. No. Cartoons are for kids. I mean, yes, you can watch cartoons, but cartoons are geared towards children. Anime has a double audience, adults and kids. But for me, I feel like anime is more for adults. Now that we understand what anime is, let's talk about why Black people should be watching this, because I just want to preface this by saying that a lot of my points are geared towards shonen anime. And if you don't know what a shonen anime is, please link up here above. Is it this way? Yeah, I think it's this way, or this way. It's this way. Up above to watch my Anime 101, where I give a breakdown of each genre for anime so that you understand what a shonen anime is, so that you're not confused on why I just said that. So yeah, let's get into it. Number 1 is that a lot of the plots are relatable. So me personally, I came from a single parent home, and I feel like a lot of the characters also come from single parent homes. For example, Midoriya in My Hero Academia, he's single parent home, So it kind of made me feel like, okay, it's not just Black people that struggle with this. And I want to make it very clear that yes, other races can relate to these 5 reasons, but I'm specifically talking to Black people, so just sit down and listen. So basically, all the plots were relatable. So for example, when it came to Naruto, in Naruto Shippuden and Naruto, he was bullied a lot, and growing up, especially for me, growing up in white spaces and not having like a group, being bullied is something that's relatable for Black people. You get bullied for like the stupidest things. Oh, you don't have a dad. Ha ha ha. So relating to anime in that this character is going through what I'm going through is why I picked up on it. The second one is the struggles, which is kind of the same as the first one, but very different. Let me explain. So there's a lot of mental and physical triumphs that have to come out of going through the struggles from the previous reason. And that is, like, for example, if you think Sasuke, I know all my examples are Naruto right now, but if you think about Sasuke, him having to deal with all that he was dealing with while also trying to, like, prove to everyone who he was. Even Naruto, honestly. Basically, the struggle is relatable. And yes, other people can struggle, but I just feel like for Black people specifically, seeing some type of representation that you can, like, struggle and get through it is what I'm talking about in this sense. And then that leads me into number 3, which is it teaches good life lessons. So I learned from Luffy and Asta that, like, determination is a really good thing to have. Keep going even if the world says you can't go. Like Asta, no magic, can't use magic at all. But he's still gonna go for it. And I feel like it's the same way when it comes to the Black community. You don't have the same opportunities easily available to you, but you keep going anyway. And that's what anime kind of taught me, and I feel like Black people can learn that by watching anime, that just because you don't have the same road and setup as, like, the high honcho magic user, you can still whoop somebody's ass without your magic because you're just an awesome person, and no trials or tribulations formed against you, whatever, you know, take it to the church, you know what I'm saying. Number 4 is that watching anime kind of gives you an insight on how other races view Black people outside of whiteness, outside of white eyes. So what I mean is Asian people, Asian cultures, because this is, you know, Japanese-based anime. In the past, this was a little stereotypical, but, like, I feel like now it's becoming more accurate with their representation of Black people in anime. So, for example, I know a lot of us didn't like it. I didn't really like it either, but Yasuke on Netflix is such a good representation of, like, there's more depth to Black people than, like, what you see on TV. And I feel like anime does this so well now. Now they do it well. I don't think I'd go as far back into the 90s because I think things were still really stereotypical back then. But I feel like now there's a better grasp of how Black people are portrayed in Japanese anime, which is good for us because when we as a culture get the green light to be anything other than ghetto or hood or, like, stereotypical, that's a good thing. So if you've got a Black character in an anime that isn't any of those stereotypes, that makes it better for us to come out and be like, yeah, because we're not all like that. That it just broadens people's representation or what they see about Black people. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm rambling. I hope I'm making sense. And then tip number 5, and this is probably, like I stated in my other video, I will tag that up above as well, about, like, how anime saved my life. Black people watching anime creates a new space for us. So we have safe spaces already, you know, Black Twitter, you know. So creating an area where more Black people watching anime creates a bigger space for us. So the community is there now. It may not have been there in the 90s, It may not have been there in the early 2000s, but because more black people are watching anime and getting into anime, it's creating a space for us. So for black people that don't think that anime is for black people, or it's for kids, or it's too childish, or whatever preconceived notion you have about anime, scratch that. This is it. Liking anime has created a community. And so if you want to be a part of a community, watching anime can bring you into that. Now, that's not to say that there are not other communities out there for black people to be a part of. However, we're talking about anime here and why black people should watch it, and that is one of the fronts. You're going to be a part of a different type of community, which is not that bad of a thing. So yeah, you guys tell me if my reasons for having black people watch anime make sense. And if you have any other reasons to why black people should watch anime, put them in the comments section down below. Because I want to know, like, for black nerds, you know, if you had someone that's not into anime, why would you convince them that watching anime, other than the fact that it's cool? Because it's cool. Well, it's cool now, but other than the fact that it's cool now, there have to be other reasons why anime is or should appeal to African American people living in America. There's a lot there that people are not looking at, and I think a lot of it has to do with, like, just black people in general just do not like to, like, branch out and get that culture out of there, and you know. But now I'm rambling, so let me go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And have a great day. And remember, black people can watch anime too. And we make it cool. We make it real cool. People are envious of us now. So yeah, thanks. Have a good day. Bye. You tell me. I don't want to talk about the government today. I don't want to talk about, you know, the virus today. Let's talk about anime. Let's really get into the meat of what I'm going to be saying. Speak, Autumn, speak.